What's up? This is Matty from Memphis Mayfire, and you're watching PitCam TV.
Hey, I'm Monica with PitCam, and I'm here with Matty from Memphis Mayfire. Hi, nice to
What
see you
up?
again.
Yeah, we're back again.
This is the last show of the tour.
Yep.
What's it been like, the tour?
It's been awesome. We were on the Slam Dunk Festival for the beginning of it, and it was sweet getting to see all of our friends from America and the bands we're playing. And also just getting to play festival-style shows over here we never have before, so it was a good experience. Shows were rad, and then all of our headline dates in Germany have been sweet, so we couldn't ask for more.
Do you have the impression that people are getting to know you over here?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, especially like a first show in London before Slam Dunk or anything, we headlined when we very first got over here, and it was just wild to hear how loud the crowd was, and everyone singing along. Just awesome, good feeling.
So is that the best one so far?
No, I don't really know if I could say which one was best. Every show's been special in its own way. If I had to pick one, it would probably be one of the Slam Dunk dates, just because festival style stuff's awesome. But I can't pick one.
Can you tell the difference between the European crowds and the American ones?
Yeah, in some places, like it's crazy. Like, some European crowds are crazier, and some American crowds are crazier. So it just depends. I guess it feels almost like the European crowds are more starved for not only just our band, but the style of music they don't get as much as America does. So I think, the shows are a little bit wilder. It's cool.
So the Americans are a bit spoiled?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's like the downfall of the touring world in America, is that, if you don't want to go to a show tonight, you can go to a show tomorrow. So it's, but yeah, everything over here has been great.
Throughout your career so far, is there any one moment or show that has meant a lot to you or made the biggest impression on you?
Yeah, I guess in America, when we were on Warped Tour last summer, just every once in a while, Kevin Lyman would put us on main stage, even though we were on the Monster stage, and it was kind of surreal, like growing up and knowing like these are the main stage Warped Tour bands, like they're the kings of the world in my mind, and so to be that band was incredible. And halfway through Warped Tour, Kevin came up to me and told me that we would be a main stage band, this year that we're about to play. And I don't know, it was surreal. It was an incredible time in our career for sure.
So which countries are at the top of your wish list for where you want to go next?
Well, we've never been to like Africa or South Africa. We really want to go there. I don't know, I feel like we've been everywhere now. But yeah, South Africa for sure. Like, that's definitely next on the list.
Touring the world, meeting so many different people, cultures, has that sort of changed your perspective on life? Absolutely.
I mean, so many Americans are just stupid by default. Like the things that you hear in the media and, the way that certain countries are perceived just because of what it says in your history book is what you know or what you think you know about those countries. So, I mean, just recently we've played Israel twice. And the times we've gone over there, our families and our friends are just, please, be careful. It's so dangerous over there. We get there, and like everyone's getting along, and we're treated so well in 5-star hotels, and the beach is gorgeous. And you're just like, man, it sucks so bad that Americans don't really know what it's like. And it's not even that it's their fault. It's just what we're told. But absolutely, I think there's so many beautiful places to see in the world, and I think if people would just step out of their comfort zones, they'd see that.
You recently released a new video for Vices.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell me a little bit about that song?
Yeah, Vices is a special song to us. We Challenger as a whole is a record that's just about us as people and what we go through and things that we view. And we notice being on tour a lot, all of our friends that are in bands, and I guess just a lot of the bands that we tour with, you see so many people struggling to try to cope with this lifestyle because it's supposed to be the dream. You're living the dream, but at the same time, you're trying to balance that with, my friends and my family are at home and I'm missing out on so much, or my wife or my kids are at home, and I'm missing out on so much. But at the same time, that like this life is where you're supposed to be. And so a lot of people start to treat those feelings with substances, whether it be, drug abuse or alcohol abuse. And I've just seen it tear so many lives apart. And like good people that deserve to be truly happy without substance. And so that song is for them.
So your impression is really that it's a big problem in this scene as well?
It's a big problem everywhere, absolutely. I mean, like, I know people that have been to like AA meetings and everything that have just said it's CEOs of businesses, it's, new mothers, it's, band members, it's this or that. It doesn't really matter what walk of life you're from, but the fact that I do live directly in this light, I see a lot of musicians struggling with it. And I think the freedoms that we're given makes it even easier to fall off and to really succumb to the things that you don't need to involve yourself in. So yeah, but absolutely in this scene there's a lot of it.
What do you feel is the best way to handle the pressure and keep yourself from falling into that hole?
I mean, keeping a level head is so important. I think that with every freedom that you're granted, I think that you should always be thankful. And instead of looking at it as like like we're here now and I worked so hard for this and I deserve this. It's so easy to feel like that because a lot of us have to work so hard to get to where we're at. But I think taking a step back and being thankful for each and everything rather than feeling like you deserve it and you have to I think that's a huge part of it. And just, like being 100% honest with your friends and family back home and communicating with them. And if you're married like I am, like having, like really in-depth conversations with your spouse at home and just doing whatever you can to make it feel like you're at home when you're on the road.
Like you said, you're married. How do you balance the family life with this life, the touring?
It's never easy. It never will be. It never gets to a point where it's just like, okay, like we've been doing this for a long time now, so it's going to be okay. It's just like, it's always hard. And if anything, if you're in love, it only gets harder, But I personally have like such a supportive wife. She's incredible. And I'm so thankful for her and all of her support. But I mean, it really is just all about, reaching out and making them feel like you're always there even when you're not, and, vice versa. And just letting your significant other know that they're always number one no matter what. So if tomorrow something happened and I had to go home, let's say this tour was continuing after this, I had to go home, like I'd be on the first flight home because that's really ultimately like my number one goal is just to be a good husband.
So when can we expect to hear new stuff from you guys?
Early 2014. So I don't even know if this is announced yet, but like right after Warped Tour, we hop into the studio and do a new record. And that record will be coming out early 2014.
What can we expect as far as the sound goes? You started
better than ever. Most of the demos are done instrumentally, and it sounds awesome. We're not trying to be anything. We're not trying to like, okay, well, Challenger did really well, so we need to write Challenger 2.0. It's not like that at all. I mean, we're just going to keep writing records using the knowledge that we've found and the growth that we've had in the industry and on tour, and like just keep writing music that we're happy with, that we're proud of. And if kids love it, awesome. And if they don't, then we'll be done. It's whatever. We're just always going to be proud of the music that we write. We're never going to write it for someone else.
So you don't feel like any kind of pressure to progress in a certain way, or?
Oh, there's always pressure to progress. That's a good thing. Absolutely. We're definitely progressing. We're going to be writing better and better and better records for the rest of our career. Absolutely. But we're just not going to be like, okay, well, kids really like this breakdown, so we're going to write more breakdowns. Or kids really like this one-liner, so we're going to put more one-liners. It's not about that. We're just going to continue to, like I said, portray our growth through our music. And I think people will pick up on that. They have always thus far. So
what does this summer look like? Warped Tour?
Yeah, Warped Tour is going to be wild. We're also coming back for Warped Tour over here, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, main stage Warped Tour in America. It's a dream come true. We're so stoked.
So what kind of bands play the main stage? Which other bands are on this year? Do you know that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of main stage bands this year. I don't even want to leave any important ones out. I know Bring Me the Horizon will be there, August Burns Red. All of your favorite bands that weren't on main stage last year are going to be on main stage this year. Circa Survive is there, and it's an insane lineup. I'm so stoked just to be a part of it. It's surreal. A lot of incredible bands that aren't playing on main stage too, like Story of the Year is going to be there, and just I don't know, it's mind blowing. So
how many shows is it? All I know.
That I don't know the exact number of shows. 40 something, I think. It's going to be a long run for sure. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Absolutely.
Anything you want to say to your German fans?
Yeah, just get stoked. We'll be back for Warped Tour, and we'll see you guys there. And keep checking out new stuff as we put it out. And thanks for the support. We'll be back soon.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.